you. Welcome to Loose Women on Tuesday, the 12th of July. The same day it's been revealed that the first ever edition of the Football Rulebook is going on sale later this week. It's due to fetch an incredible £1.2 million. And joining me, Andrew McLean, today, are three women who don't need any rulebook telling them how to play with balls. It's Sherry Hewson, Carol McGiffin and Denise Welsh. The wait is almost over in just a bit. We are going to have the pleasure of this man's company over our lunch table.
He said, son, you are a bachelor boy, and that's the way to stay. Son, you be a bachelor boy until your dying day.
Yes, he's the bachelor boy who can make grown women go weak at the knees, and that's just in this room. Today to tell us about his forthcoming album and tour, it's the Peter Pan of pop, Sir Cliff Richard!
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I think you have a few fans in the audience. You've got a very special treat for them today, haven't you, Cliff?
Well, I think it is. It's been a treat for me to do a whole new album singing with iconic, legendary singers. One of them has agreed to join us today, Freda Payne, and we're going to be doing the song that's probably going to be the single, Saving a Life. And I'll probably do We Don't Talk Anymore, if that's all right. Well, do you remember how it goes?
Yeah.
It's so funny how we don't talk anymore. Call your friends. I'll do the rest later.
Okay. That's just a wee teaser, but for now, that was Cliff Richard! And if you are crazy about Cliff and you want to ask him a question, then today is your lucky day. We're giving you the opportunity to send yours into us, and we could well be putting them to Cliff a little while later, whether it's about his music or his acting career, or you just want to know the secret of how he looks so good. Then drop us a line by going to our website, emailing us at loose.women@itv.com, or posting your questions on our Facebook and Twitter pages. Get them in before 1:15 p.m. today, Tuesday the 12th of July, and we may well be putting your emails to Cliff a little later on. With that. Now, these days, teenage girls go bananas for pop stars such as Justin Bieber and Peter Andre. However, the wild screaming and crying that happens when they get a glimpse of their idols, it's not a new phenomenon. Our guest today had the same effect on females when he started out the music business back in 1958. However, the difference with him is that 53 years later, women are still acting as crazy when they see him now as they did back then.
We're all going on a summer holiday. No more working for a week or two. Fun and laughter on a summer holiday. No more worries for me or you for a week or two. She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. Beware the devil woman, she's gonna get you from behind. It's so funny how we don't talk anymore. It's so funny why we don't talk anymore. A-M-F-M, I feel so ecstatic now. It's music I found, 'cause I'm wired for sound.
Please welcome Sir Cliff Richard!
Oh, you girls touch on all the subjects, don't you?
To get on when you heard that last one.
Yeah, I couldn't wait. I keep away from all of that, you know.
Okay.
But if you've got any addresses, let me have them, and I'll be sure to stay away.
Now, we saw then some brilliant videos. I mean, everybody has, I suppose, their Cliff moment in time. You know, you have members of the audience here who remember you from the 60s. My era, I suppose, was the 70s, all, you know, the songs that you heard then. Well, do you have a particular favourite era?
I think the time that I enjoyed most was when I late 70s and the 80s when I worked with Terry Britten, who wrote things like Devil Woman,
yes,
and Alan Tarney, who wrote We Don't Talk Anymore. It was a fantastic period, and at that stage I was also being produced by Bruce Welch, who was a wonderful producer. So you get all those elements together, and it's it's embellished.
Do you think
Not
as well,
embellished,
obviously you were...
What am I trying to say?
Imprinted.
Imprinted.
You were so young
my
when
mind.
you first, you know, blasted onto the music scene. Do you think that you were of an age then that you enjoyed it more?
No, in
70s
point of
and
fact,
80s?
funnily enough, we did enjoy it. Of course, when you get started on something like that, we were all so young, barely out of school, really. We actually, my first record I made when I was 17 years and a bit. So we really were very young. What was exciting then was being something that you only dreamt of. That was the big thing. But as the years went by, I found that I enjoyed it much more when we had a proper PA system. You know, when the lights didn't just go on and off.
Yeah.
So you can do a kind of production, and I found myself enjoying it far more that way. Having the monitoring systems that you do in TV studios now, they just weren't there in those
And also
days.
the audience could hear you a lot better, because I remember my mum went to see you in the 60s. I remember she was saying, and everyone was screaming and I couldn't hear them at all.
Well, that's the difference between the PA system that you have, because if people want to scream, that's okay, but you just say to the guy, if they do, put the sound up louder.
Yeah.
So there's complete control. But fortunately, my folks give a screaming welcome, and then they all run out of breath.
The Eurovision years.
The Eurovision years, I mean, I only did two, mind you, and of course I lost them both times, although, did you read that bit? Was it a couple of years ago? A Spanish lady was making a documentary about Spain, and she said she had irrefutable evidence that I had won that.
Oh.
I'd won it by a couple of points.
Congratulations.
But no, I hadn't won it by a couple of points. I would have done, had he not, apparently, bribed some jurors to...
Shocking.
So, whenever I sing that song now, I say, you know, this could well have been the winner.
That'll be headlines tomorrow.
Now, I touched on the fact that you've worked through the ages and different musical styles. You're moving in a completely different musical direction at the moment, aren't you?
Yes, but I do. As fans know, I've changed quite a bit. You know, I can always remember when I did Move It, the rock and roll stuff, High Class Baby, and then when I released Live and Doll, they went, oh. He sings a sort of country style. And I'm thinking, well, it's just pop rock, really, all of it. But I did make big changes, moving into Devil Woman, that sort of period. I just did last year a jazz album. I found as I got older, too, you start listening to lots more things. I think because you don't find them too competitive, because you think, oh, I'm not in that world, they're not in my world, why shouldn't I listen to it? And I found I loved it all, so I managed to do that. And then Gloria Hunniford rang me, and she was with David Guest, and she said, I've been talking to David, and he's got this idea of you doing an album of soul music. Anyway, I talked to him, and I said, look, if you can really get hold of Frida Payne and Candy Staton and the Temptations and the Stylistics and go on, I will have died and gone to heaven. So I didn't say yes, I didn't say no. I said, if you can get it, I'll be there. And he did. He organised it all. I went to Memphis and also New York, and it was a fantastic treat. Because, you know, when you hear your voice alongside Percy Sledge or Roberta Flack, you know, I'm thinking, oh, my
But it's
goodness.
not that you haven't done soul before, though, have you, in that sense?
Well, in one sense, soul and rhythm and blues,
Yes.
all of that kind of played a part in creating rock and roll. There's an essence of all of it there. So it's not that far removed. But when you sing with some of these black soul singers, what's come across to me is they've got different kind of vocal cords anyway, I realise that. Theirs are more like concrete, and mine's like weak flour paste. No, well, I say thank goodness for microphones, because in the end, you go for a quality of sound, but some of these singers are so fantastic. They could almost be opera singers. And it's almost as they could scream a note and then whisper a note. It's fantastic singing with them. I loved it. And to hear myself singing with these... I mean, I played the album now a couple of times, and I'm thinking, I can't believe that's actually me and Roberta Flack. Although Roberta was funny. She was coming, I had done my part to the song. She was coming in the next day, so I thought, I'll go. I arrived, and Valerie Simpson, who was producing it, went, no, go away. And I said, why? She doesn't want to be heard singing bad notes.
Oh, that's reassuring.
No, but I understand that, because I've done bad notes all my life. No, but what Roberta was saying, she didn't know the song, and therefore she was creating her part. So therefore you try things and go, oh no, that's wrong. Okay, so I understood that, but it was so funny. I left and went to Starbucks and got a coffee and sat on the streets, because nobody recognised me in New York. They're all walking past me. I'm thinking, yeah, you know, I've got an album coming out.
Well, people at home, you can go and stick the kettle on for a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, as such as you like, because Cliff is going to be sticking around. He's going to be here in quite shortly. There's more, ladies, there's more, because Freda Payne, as mentioned, is going to be joining us right here for a chat and performing alongside Cliff, so we'll see you in 3. Welcome back to Loose Women, and I'm pleased to say that Sir Cliff Richard is still here! Not only that...
Where did you get them from? Do you
Not
advertise?
only that... No, we hired
You
them.
advertise?
Yeah. They get a free bun and a drink. Not only that, but a true soul legend is in the building. Take a look. Please welcome Freda Payne. And you know, if you'd come back to us a split second earlier, you'd have seen her snogging us all. Lovely to have you on the show, Freda. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, how did you two get involved together to perform on this album? Had you met each other before?
Well, David Guest is the one who introduced me to all of them. I mean, you've known David for years,
For
haven't you?
years, for years.
So, I mean, I'm so grateful to him.
Yeah. Well, David, and I have to give him credit because he's the one that picked the song for me to sing, the duet, which was written by Lamont Dozier's son, Bo Dozier. Mwah, perfection.
It is great.
And David said, this is the song, so I'm happy for that.
Yeah,
I'm grateful for that.
Well, I'm grateful for the whole thing. I mean, I would never have had this album had he not suggested it. And then all his friends, you guys in America, and I just had such a great time. The studio, people were walking in and out. Freda Payne, OK, finished. Next.
Wow. And you're going to be going on tour. Will everyone be going on tour with you?
I'm not sure if everyone can make it. David's not producing the show, so I thought I must do it, though. You know, and I knew Freda was going to be around anyway. And I know that Lamont's going to do it. And you know, Fifth Dimension, Billy Davis and Marilyn McCoo, they're coming along. And I was saying to you earlier, I didn't realise how difficult it was to organise this larger group of people. They're not just icons, these are working icons. They're not vegetating somewhere in Memphis, are they?
I know.
And it's really
all
tough.
over the world.
It's hard to get it all organised. I mean, even the Shadows and I, my band, it took us 18 months to get them together, and there's only 3 of them.
So on the tour, are you going to be doing a mixture of your new stuff and some of the stuff through the ages? What can people expect?
Yeah, I'd like to obviously feature the new stuff. And when Freda comes on and sings with me, she'll get a chance to do Band of Gold, maybe something else. It's the same with all of them. But I want to... I know my audience has supported me over the years. They'll support me in this. They'll be really thrilled to see you, Freda. I can't tell you. They're going to love it because you all remember these songs, don't you?
Yes.
And these are the younger group.
I've seen you loads of times, haven't I?
I know. I know a
Singing.
lot of times, especially David's production.
And she is absolutely amazing, and especially live. But how was Cliff, though, with his, you know, because you've all got such a great soul sound. How was his soul voice? Was it? Did you have to coach him?
You know, Cliff is a professional, and that shines through because he he adapts himself to it, and it kind of like everybody kind of like just blends it together. And then Lamont, who's produced most of these songs, he has a knack of bringing it together and also letting us know, okay, you got to do it a certain way and give it a certain treatment. And I think we all adhere to that, his advice. You know, that's one thing. He knows how to follow direction.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm going to direct you two over to our performing area because we'd like the two of you to perform together now for us. If that's all right. Thank you so much. Isn't he a gentleman? Look, leading her over there. Right, now while Cliff and Freda get themselves ready for a little bit of soul singing, performing the song Saving a Life from his forthcoming album, Soulicious, it's Cliff Richard, accompanied by the soul sensation that is Freda Payne.
Try
least 1,000 times. There's an emptiness inside me when you're far away that I can't erase, and I go insane till I see your face and I shout, 'cause the silence when you're gone is way too loud. Gotta get my head together 'cause I'm not okay. I'm just not the same. I'm just trying to make it. You're my everything, and I can't stop my heart from racing. I need you here by my side. I feel the walls closing in. Maybe you're saving a life. One gets out of time. I can't live without you, and I don't wanna try. You're saving a life, 'cause you're the air that I breathe. There ain't no world without you. I'm hanging on by a thread. Baby, you're saving a life. One gets out of time. I can't live without you, and I don't wanna try. You're saving a life.
You're the one that lifts me up when I am down. When the trials and tribulations of life get hard, deep inside my heart, I let down my guard. You're the light in the dark, so stay. You're the reason why I make it through the day. There's a storm raging inside me when you're far away that I can't escape, and I go insane till I see your face. I can't stop my heart from racing. I need you here by my side. I feel the walls closing in. Maybe you're saving a life. One kiss at a time. I can't live without you, and I don't wanna try. You're saving a life, 'cause you're the air that I breathe. There ain't no world without you. I'm hanging on by a thread. Baby, you're saving a life. One kiss at a time. I can't live without you, and I don't wanna try. You're saving a life. Staring into you like a dream. Breathing into me.
I'm not giving up. I'm never giving up, because you're saving a life. I need you tonight. Baby, you're saving a life. One kiss at a time. I can't live without you, and I don't wanna try. You're saving a life. One kiss at a time. Can't live without you, and I don't wanna try.
You're saving a life, 'cause you're the air that I breathe. There ain't no world without you. I'm hanging on by a thread. Baby, you're saving a life.
Can't stop my heart from racing. I need you here by my side. I feel the walls closing in. Baby, you're
Saving a life.
'cause you're the air that I breathe. There ain't no world without you. I'm hanging on by a thread. Baby, you're saving a life.
Thank you very much, Frida. Okay, if you can hear me, it is time for one final break. We'll be back in 3. We will be putting your questions to Cliff. Plus, he'll be performing his classic number, that We Don't Talk Anymore. See you in a bit. You see, you listen to him, you don't listen to me. Okay, welcome back to Lou. Cliff Richard's still here. And thank you so much, those of you at home who took the time to get in touch with us, we've got some viewers' questions to put to you, Cliff, if that's all right. Sherry,
This one's from Paula, Cliff. She says, who's been the most influential person you've met through your career?
apart from us.
Apart from well, that's going to way down the scale from now, then, isn't it? Well, I mean, the most influential person, and I never met him, was Elvis. Elvis opened the floodgates for thousands of us who wanted to be like that, and there was no way of finding our way in. And suddenly, this young kid from America makes it, and it gives us all that opening. And I loved his voice. I based myself on him, but realized really early you can't continue a career trying to be Elvis. You have to be yourself. But he was a big influence. Someone I did meet was Billy Graham. Dr. Billy Graham. He got a lot of criticism, of course, all of us do, but what he did was, he did it with such integrity, and I met him a number of times. He was really concerned about what people think, so that if someone once told him that Christians had wimpy handshakes, so he used to get one of these cudgels, all rough wood, and make sure that he rubbed it like that, so when he shook hands with someone and said, "Hi, I'm Billy Graham," they'd go, "Oh, this is a real guy." But his whole approach to life was to the truth and presenting it as he believed it, and I love that. It's difficult to find really positive people anymore, except for us.
Of course.
Like us,
Of course, us
exactly.
loose women, Cliff. Yes.
Gail wants to know, which current artist or artists do you like at the moment? Who do you listen to?
I listen to quite a few people. I have to admit, I didn't know about the Adele happening until suddenly I heard a thing on the radio. But of course, on the radio now, even in America, they don't always tell you who it is. So I said, there's something about, I can't remember what the lyrics are, but they said, oh, that's Adele. So then I went out and listened to a track, and I thought that track that made it was fantastic. And how does she come out of the woodwork? I'd never heard of her. And then suddenly, #1 in America. So she's wonderful. One of my favourites all time is Mariah Carey. I love her style of singing. It seems to me that her bottom of her voice and the top of her voice are all kind of the same volume. So you never feel that she's having to scream or shout to get a note out. So
Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga really sings good. I'm just not won over by the apparition that appears in front of us all the time. I mean, I think she sings. I mean, I've heard her voice, and I know.
Diss the Gaga. I love her. I love her.
Well, I think she's great, a great performer too.
Is.
I've always had trouble though when people come out looking so strange. I was walking in New York and there was a poster, and I thought, oh, it's a new Dracula movie. And I looked and it was Lady Gaga's album with all this red, and I thought, why would you want to look horrible when in our business we can, you can afford to look quite nice. But anyway, did you know though, Lady Gaga, not only has she got a good voice, she still likes to sort of play in a little club with just a piano.
She does, I know. New York,
So she can put all that aside.
Better.
But I think it's beyond criticism, isn't it? Because it's so successful.
Yeah.
She's huge.
Denise, you've got a question
I've got a
as well?
question. Connie wants to know, do you have any unfulfilled ambitions remaining in your personal or professional life?
Oh, do you know, I've done so much, but, in the recent years, getting into the jazz thing and then getting into soul things, I'm realising that really I'm still only starting. And I always feel that our business is not that you can ever really achieve perfection, that you try to get it. You've got to keep doing it again and again and again till you get it right. Yeah. So I still feel everything's still stretching ahead of me.
So you have to reinvent all the time, I suppose.
Yeah, you do, really. Like, musically, you can, and it's possible to do that. You can actually attempt to do something else. Not if you say, look, they don't write songs like they used to, because they jolly well do.
And keep dreaming as well, keep thinking of new ways.
Yeah.
Keep dreaming, it's good.
Keep creative, yeah. So I still think, I mean, I'd like to do, I always wanted to be on Coronation Street.
You were?
But you did.
Well, but I walked on, they wouldn't let me face the camera.
Well, we're going to let you face the camera now, because you're going to perform for us. Thank you so much for stopping
Thank
and having a
you.
wee chat. Cliff Richard, everyone. Off he goes. It just never seems long enough, doesn't it? Right, that's nearly all. Stop it. Make sure you tune in tomorrow when the actress who plays newcomer Eva Price in Coronation Street will be here. She'll be revealing all about what it's like to be part of the new family who have taken over the Rovers. That's Catherine Tilsley. Not only that, actress and TV personality Elisa Faulkner will be here. But for now, singing us out with one of his true classics, it's Cliff Richard with We Don't Talk Anymore.
Woo!
you'll